Forcing anybody from any country that wants to get their ship out, that's not American, they want American ships, to pay a fee, a ransom fee in yuan. That means something. We're only a few days into this. That means something. And the longer this goes on, the real scary thing is that this toll booth never goes away. Do you know what I'm saying? If the Iranian regime isn't taken out, then all of a sudden we've gone not only back to the status quo, maybe with America looking defeated, we've gone from fully open Strait of Hormuz to a permanent, financially enriching toll booth for Iran forever, all paid in yuan that helps underpin China's fiscal dominance. Yes, dude. Good job, Big T. So yeah, that's crazy. Again, that's not the first story I want to be talking about here in China, but it is the biggest story in the world right now, and it's crazy.
Jump cut 1,000 miles away. I'm in Shenzhen now, and I want to continue my discussion on Iran. I didn't mention one thing last time, and that was the absolute record level, truly record-setting level of corruption regarding insider trading. Now, there's a video by CoffeeZilla, I think, about this. I haven't seen it yet, but I saw the title. The very simple high level is that right before Trump backed off on his 48-hour ultimatum, massive, like billion-dollar bets were made on the S&P and on oil markets in the right direction 20 minutes before he made the post. Just very obviously, someone in his inner circle or him himself are utilizing the knowledge of what he's about to say to make absurd sums of money off of the public. Again, we've talked about little here and there, mere million or 100 million level insider trading bets, but it's getting so blatant. People are getting fantastically, absurdly wealthy off of the decisions of the United States president right before he makes them. And it needs to be investigated. People need to go to jail. Just full stop. It undermines confidence in literally everything. Don't worry though, my confidence is already deeply undermined because as an update to the Iran war situation, to put it quite simply, Trump cannot do what he usually does, which is just make a mess and walk away and declare victory. He can't do that because it will leave the Strait of Hormuz in the hands of Iran, charging a toll in yuan to all US ships and their allies. It makes all of the Gulf states who have made US security guarantees wonder what the fuck they're getting out of it. Undermines the I mean, there's just no, they can't stomach it. So when you can't go that direction, which is his normal path, it leaves very few options. And the one that they seem to be going for is escalation. There's confirmed and unconfirmed reports of troop movements into the Middle East. CNN confirmed 1,000 paratroopers are not yet deployed, but being deployed in the Middle East. And then 14,000 more regular troopers is what I saw. So it's seeming that the next step is boots on the ground. This may have happened by the time you see this video, which is an extremely dangerous escalatory next step. And the goal seems to be now regime change or bust because they have so few other options. But again, regime change in a country of 90 million is looking a lot more like an endless war in the Middle East. American soldiers dead. Again, some have already been injured. Missile strikes happened today, hit a military base. It's just not looking smart, shockingly. The feeling I get about when I look at these headlines, like 1,000 paratroopers being ready to be deployed, this reminds me of early COVID. I'm reminded of early COVID when you would hear headlines like, oh, there's a virus in China. Oh, China shut down air travel. You hear these early things and people downplay it and markets downplay it. And then Tom Hanks got it, and it became real. Everything is being priced like this is all going to clear up in 1 to 2 weeks, and it's back to business as usual in the Strait of Hormuz. I'm taking the under. It just reminds me so much of early COVID. I think people are mispricing.
Did you want to go tank?
Here's what's about to happen. If it doesn't open up very soon, and I'm talking about a week or two, maybe 10 days. We have a very limited window of time now. There's a contract, a line in most contracts called force majeure. Force majeure is the idea of an act of God, basically. Something happened out of our control completely, so I cannot fulfill the contract and you can't sue. Every oil company that was contracted to deliver oil to a refinery is going to declare force majeure in their contracts. And there's going to be a legal battle to try to figure out, hey, you owe me this, I paid you for the oil, you haven't given it to me. But then, at the same time, all the refineries are going to declare force majeure on the refined oil they promised because they can no longer throw that into the contract. Fertilizer companies are going to declare force majeure. And then the companies downstream that need the fertilizer to plant are going to declare force majeure. There's going to be a contractual wave of defaults, essentially, that is going to ripple out through the economy from everything that people cannot get delivered through the Strait of Hormuz. We are, again, like, I'm not kidding, 9-10 days from now. If this has to get cleared up so quickly, and I'm saying best case scenario, you know, everything goes perfect. A screaming eagle flies down and lands on Trump's shoulder and it all works out great. Troops land in Iran, the people rebel, the regime is overthrown, they co-create an Iran-American prosperity. They changed, do you talk about today? Changing the name of the Strait of Hormuz to the Strait of Trump. I'm saying, even if that all goes well, is it going to happen in 10 days? You've heard me say it enough. I've rarely made multiple videos on a topic like I have what's happening in Iran. But the truth is, however big you think it is, I feel like it's bigger. I truly think this is a history turn moment. I think it's the destruction completely of Trump as a political force, and I think it's a huge iceberg that that America, to be honest. Of course, I'm very hopeful for my country, and I'm very hopeful that I believe that we can get this stuff changed and figured out long term, but the short term and medium term impacts of this are astronomical, to be honest. I think underpriced. Right now, the second story I want to say is about OpenAI. OpenAI, they have heard, canceled Sora. Sora was the short-form AI slop video generator. Now, if you go back and read the blog post announcing it, this is pretty funny, because that was only a few months ago when they talked about this big paradigm and what they were going to do and the cool ideas and how this is going to impact the future of social media and video, and it's all dead instantly. And because it was extraordinarily unprofitable. Generating AI video at scale is a hugely money-losing enterprise right now. And especially when people aren't even watching it on your app. They are generating it, then ripping it, and then putting it on TikTok or putting it on Instagram. Like, they were just a free meme generator for no money. Which, by the way, I said right at launch. And of course, it was correct, and they deprecated it. So there's been two schools of thought on this. One is the OpenAI narrative, which is that, hey, we have an incredible new model coming, and we need all the GPUs and server space we can get to serve that model. So we're, unfortunately, despite how great Sora is, we're moving everything over to that. Bit of bullshit. You might have a cool new model, but Sora is a flop. It's completely dead. There's no other reason that's like. Second thing is, people are saying, oh, well, this is it. The AI bubble's bursting. This is the beginning. I'm more amenable to that, though I do think these people are sadly, they're just hopeful for a world that will not exist. I don't know how to say it to you. Especially being here in China, bro, the level of AI adoption here is crazy. Especially generative AI, just to be honest with you. I'm seeing AI video everywhere. Every third video on social media, I'm seeing it on the train. I'm seeing it on state media. I'm seeing it everywhere. It has been so adopted. I'm seeing AI posters in subways everywhere. We met a guy who told me with great pride, he's like, my son is a marketer. Here's his video of an AI-generated clothing video that we get for a clothing brand. It's everywhere here. And more importantly than just the generative art is that they talk about it here like, even people that are against it are like, what can you do? We have to, the level of adoption is crazy. And I'll talk about more in the China video I'm working on. That being said, despite agreeing that this is a transformative technology that is here to stay in some form or another, for our lives, it seems like. I can promise you that I disagree that OpenAI is something that is transformative and here to stay. OpenAI is very, very much seeming like a financial nightmare, which, by the way, this is a larger financial bubble of AI, 100%. OpenAI is not only deprecating Sora, it's canceling its raunchy, sex chatbot it was working on to try to make money. All of its little attempts to try and make money, it's cutting them all back, and it's going all in, last ditch, on business clients, essentially, to try and compete with Anthropic, which is the one that's actually making money off business clients. That's where the real money is. So it's this neck and neck hunt for that real profit center. The level of desperation is just emanating off of OpenAI, off of the tweets, off of the posts, even Claude, which, by the way, Anthropic doing rather well with business clients and, public sentiment after the Pentagon thing. Anthropic is throttling its paying users. They're cutting back on the amount of time. Listen, currently, all of this is money. All of this generative AI is money. It costs so much to run the GPUs, way more than even they charge you if you're a paying customer. So that is going to lead to some sort of reckoning sooner rather than later, it seems, based on the pace of OpenAI. I don't know where it'll go, but I do know closing Sora is a sign of something. Last story.
Well, guys, on me.
I just wanted to say really briefly that I'm incredibly impressed by what Zelensky and Ukraine have managed to do. Truly. Listen, the Iran war has been a huge windfall for Russia. The increase in oil prices has given a lifeline to what was really a sputtering Russian war machine. The amount of extra money they can make off oil is a huge boon to Putin. However, the cumulative impacts of manpower loss and economic damage to Russia are mounting, and they are staggering. And Ukraine, in response to oil being their lifeline, has successfully struck multiple oil refineries and oil shipping. They're defying the odds in a way that I think is super impressive. And at the same time, their expertise they've developed over these years of warfare in drones, specifically in anti-drone warfare and drone warfare, is suddenly the hottest demand in the Middle East. All of the Gulf states are desperate for this knowledge and willing, unlike America, I guess, to actually pay for it. And so Ukraine has found a rather lucrative lifeline of their own, selling training and anti-drone technology and anti-drone help to Gulf states who are being struck by Iran. And they're getting more off of that. And they're getting from, again, America, who should be one of their closest allies. I find our inability to be a staunch supporter of Ukraine.
Guys, I can't tank. Can someone heal her?
And I've just been impressed with what they're doing. And I want to stand on that. Even though, to be honest, they're pretty big fans of Russia here in China. Just being honest. Yeah. So what else did I want to? Those are the main stories. Look, I'm having a great trip here. I have a lot I want to say about China, and I'll probably record a video about that right after this or soon after. But missed the stream, missed the Big A clips, miss you guys. Thanks for putting up with my second vacation this year. But this was a very eye-opening trip. We got to do a lot of very interesting interviews. And I'm looking forward to talking about it more. If you want to hear, this is a little bit of a shill plug, but if you want to hear me and Aiden walking in a park talking about communism, capitalism, Deng Xiaoping and all that, we recorded a pretty great video. It's going to go up on the LS Patreon, and then a bunch of other great stuff there. So anyway, check that out. Thanks you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next clip, and a lot more when I get back. Peace.
I'm tank.
Okay, yeah. Good.
Boot ups. It just leaves you with this black screen to think about your choices. According to this, we're doing stuff. Oh, actually, I think I know what's going on here. I had this same problem when I was putting my living room PC together. I was going to put the RX 480 into that, but it would just black screen on boot. I bet this is the same problem. Oh, come on. It almost fits. This is a Radeon RX 6950 XT. It is very powerful, but more importantly, it is kind of recent. So is that all we need to boot into SteamOS? Actually, no, this is stupid. I'm not doing that. Oh, it doesn't fit. I hate everything about this. All right, let's see if it works. 3, 2, 1, on. We have video, but do we have SteamOS? Oh, yep, that was it. It was just that problematic Polaris GPU. All right, well, are we really even gaming on this if we attached a big honkin' GPU to it? Not really. I don't know if the Steam Deck recovery image is going to be the way to go here. It's okay. It's okay. There is a solution. And that solution is called using Bazite like I just should have done earlier. Bazite has a fix for Polaris GPUs. At least it's supposed to. And yes, I learn from my mistakes. I promise I will not format the installation media this time. Installing. And there it is. Bazite simply cannot stop winning. And I simply would like to connect this Steam controller. Are we still good? Oh. I think we gotta go do the pairing process again. Pair Steam controller, X plus Steam. You good? Hell yeah. Okay, we're doing the thing. We're in SteamOS, kind of. On the Steam box. I'm going to now install a bunch of games to this thing, and then we can finally know what it would be like if Valve released a Steam computer home console thing in the year 2017-ish. I am now wearing my finest Valve merch, and I am now ready to have the greatest Valve experience of all time. Oh, also, it can do this now. Don't know how, it just can. And like this device was intended to be used, we are using it as if it was a living room game console, controller only, no keyboard necessary. And we're gonna play some games of the era. Doom, Prey, Red Dead Redemption 2, and then that's kind of not this thing's era anymore, but also some other stuff maybe. And of course, Half-Life Alyx. But we're gonna have to play that on Windows because Steam VR on Linux is a world of pain that I did not schedule time for today. There's kind of like a yellow overlay. It's got like a warm filter on it. I have seen this a few other times on SteamOS. It kind of just happens. Okay, we're gonna do 1080p, FXAA, motion blur off, Vulkan, overall quality ultra, and then all the rest of this. All right, we are immediately at 60 FPS. Holy crap! A little sensitive? That's a little better. Oh boy, I am gonna suck ass with this controller. Well, a little more than normal at least. I'm so excited for the Steam controller too. Like, I get it. I do get it. This controller is cool. It's really cool. And like, for brief moments in time, it does click in my brain. And the Steam Deck very much clicks in my little brain. So I think the new Steam controller, if it's just a screenless Steam Deck, like I really hope it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be excellent. Okay, so this thing is just blowing through this game. Everything ultra, 60 FPS, no problem, not even a dip. You can pre-order Doom the Dark Ages from Doom 2016. That's wild. Okay, so 2016, this would have come out a year or maybe two before when this thing was made. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Prey should be like right smack in the middle of when this thing was made. 1080p, no VSync, preset very high, very high. And this is the part where you guys find out that I've never actually really played this game. I started it years ago. I got like 15 minutes in. I've heard it's a good game. I do want to play it. Actually, why don't I just play the whole game right now? You guys have time, right? Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the computer is making a little bit more fan noise than it was last time. Oh, I haven't even really looked at the temperatures at all. Okay, so we're 78 on the GPU, 50 on the CPU. That is an excellent CPU temperature. The GPU is not too bad. Put on your TransStar uniform. What do you mean, this TransStar uniform? RG? What
I'm
is
not
RG?
talking now. My bad.
The grip?
I'm only here for like
Yes,
20 more minutes.
Wait, this game has like native Steam controller buttons? I didn't think any game had that. That's crazy.
Morning, Mr. Yu.
Good morning. I always thought this intro was pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty much all I saw of the game, so.
For this first test, I'd like you to remove the boxes from the
Probably
red
gonna play one
circle
more.
as quickly as you can.
I have to study later in the day, so
Do your best to
thought
hide
I'd get
in
this out of the
group.
way.
To
Take your
hide?
time, relax, think it over.
My
brother
webcam's
in
connected to
Christ.
my
What if I just
work PC, so
don't?
work laptop. Yeah, working from home. I have to be back at 2:49, so like another 30 minutes, 20 minutes.
Synaptic register
There's one more,
at all? No?
20, 30 minutes.
Brain appeared to be empty, he says. You're planning a vacation. Go somewhere familiar you know you love, or try something new? New. You've been sentenced to death for your actions. How does this make you feel? Calm. It was worth it. A runaway train is bearing down on 5 people who are tied to the track. Oh, is this the trolley problem? Oh, this is the trolley problem. Maximum carnage.
Just how the
Let's
start
go.
of the day.
Not
Actually,
your
today we even have
problem,
one.
right?
Damn straight.
But if
Oh,
someone
what the-
calls me, I have to be present on cam, which is unlikely, because we're never really called.
It's been black for like a minute. I can't save the game.
Yeah, no, this job is pretty
Huh?
chill.
Oh, something is actually wrong. Okay, well, that's unfortunate, but it's also a good place to stop. Okay, well, that ran perfect the entire time. This should push it a good bit harder. Oh, we were so close.
How's your day, bro?
Okay, Rockstar, I'll plug in a keyboard. I know you can type it without one, technically, but no. All right, we're maxing it out. Oh, there we go. Some actual work being put in. That CPU is just chilling, literally. 47? That thing won't heat up to save its life. All right, so we're getting like 30 FPS. The temperatures really are great for how loud it is. And by how loud, I mean how loud it isn't. You can barely hear that thing. There's no case fans. Yeah, 30 FPS very consistently. Okay, things are running too good. We're gonna skip these two, go straight up to Forza Horizon 4. Oh, of course you need me to log in. God damn it, Microsoft. What? Sign in is blocked.
Don't get blocked.
I entered it one time. Recover? No, there's nothing to recover. Okay. Well, that was a bit dramatic, Xbox. All right, 1080p, ultra quality, you know the drill. VSync off. Wow. Yep, this thing is also just
pretty chill then.
right past 60
The Monday
FPS.
you don't have to go
Man,
code
this
it.
thing
That's
would have
pretty
made
chill.
for a killer living room PC. Yeah, I don't know. It's just good. Okay, VR time. Okay, here we are in Half-Life Alyx. This took a considerable amount of time to set up. I would like to thank the Minions Bob router. There he is right there. Thank you, Bob. He is how we are doing our wireless PC VR today. Now you may be thinking to yourself, why are you even bothering?
I got a dead zombie here. I thought the combine
That's kind of loud.
QZ.
Why am I even bothering with wireless PC VR when we have that Type-C port on the front with Virtual Link and all that? And the reason is because there are like 0 Virtual Link headsets. So unfortunately,
Systems restoring.
how do you wear the hat? So because there are like no Virtual Link headsets, we just have to go wireless. Or we could go USB in, but it's not actually Virtual Link. That would just be USB protocol. But don't worry about it, don't worry about it. This is running pretty good. Every once in a while, AirLink just completely craps itself and it goes to like 0.2 FPS. But other than that, I mean, I'll have to take a look at the recording later.
Coming in for the office
The recording
today.
looks a hell of a lot better than what's actually happening in my headset. And the recording is what matters.
They
I don't
send
remember
you
how to put
monitors
this
up
hat
there,
on.
so I'm kind of,
Oh, hey, I did it!
I don't know when it's gonna
Maximum
happen,
settings
though.
right now.
Give me
This
like
is
a crack
great.
anything.
This computer would have been so damn cool if it came out in 2017, 2018, or whatever. It'd be cool as hell if they released it today. Oh, AirLink just crashed. Okay, well, that was a fun 5 minutes.
Pretty short today.
All right, well, you guys get the idea. This
They're
computer,
going to. They said they're
it's
going to
amazing.
come today. I'm
Thank
not
you
sure
for
when
watching this
exactly,
video.
so I'm not
Oh,
sure.
and if you could, I'd appreciate it.
Another table
I'll see you in the
coming,
next one.
table. My office is gonna look sick, bro. You come and see it someday. Oh, yeah, I'm getting like headphones delivered, mouse and keyboard.
Just needed a few repairs.
I'm basically I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure it's just borrowing it until they send me a new one or something. Until I have to replace it, or if I don't need it, I can just send it back. I
It
guess.
doesn't fit on the
But
table.
as long as I'm there, I
But
don't-
it's
I don't
NVIDIA.
need to send it back,
It's
I guess.
disgusting, and it weighs
One does usually last a long time, so.
46 pounds. Hey smokers, Bringus One here. So I was chasing after my pet rat on a Thursday evening, and he scurried his way over to my local recycling center, and he showed me this
You know what to
behemoth.
do, spiders?
It's NVIDIA of some kind. I don't think this is made by NVIDIA. If anything, it's made by Cooler Master, and it's just, how do you not? Look at this thing. This thing is on wheels. 2 graphics cards. We've moved away from that as a society, but it was a different time. Switch,
Ellie.
and look at this. Oh, you know, just an AC plug. Very normal expansion card. What's inside? The giant NVIDIA computer. Oh. This is a goddamn disaster. Back in my day, the lighting on our computers drew 10,000 watts and only displayed in one color, and we liked it. I do not believe that this is a pre-built computer, and if it was, good God, I hope they're not still in business. What I know for a fact, though, is that this is the case. The Cooler Master Stacker 830 NVIDIA Edition. Yep, that's our idiot right there. It is not currently functional. As you can see, the 24 pin is not plugged in. And there's a whole host of other cables that are just not plugged in. Exposed pin fan header just kind of chilling in the rat's nest. So I
People
figured
remote and
this
it doesn't
thing is
work
in
like
need
that.
of a complete rework. So I think we'll
If
just
if
take
you're
all the pieces
at
out
the
one
office,
by
they give you
one
like
and
a
see what
10
we've got here.
sort of thing.
First up, GPUs.
You do travel,
You know, I
travel
think
like,
this is
uh,
actually my
travel costs and
first
stuff like that.
SLI computer ever. Well, how do you get these out? Oh, you see that? I'm moving the whole motherboard. It's one of those computers.
We're better when we
So
work
what, do we
together.
just like yank on the handle? No?
Systems restoring. Mine's in
Oh,
place.
yes. We do just yank on the handle. It's like
Yeah.
having my own tiny little server rack.
You should come by, bro. You
Except
should come by.
everything
My
fucking
office is done. It's
sucks.
gonna look sick.
Out you come. Remember this
I have,
from
like,
like 2 minutes ago?
4 different
It
computers on my
literally
desk.
just goes to this cable.
3 different
This
ones.
cable that
Let me
is
check.
itself. Look, you can just, oh, you can just infinite power. Imagine how funny it would be if I pulled these out and they're Radeons. I mean, they're not because of the SLI bridge, obviously,
when we work
but that would be
together.
silly. Come on, 4090.
Keep forging
Close
ahead.
enough. It appears we have been blessed with an 8800 GTS 320 megabyte. I take it these are the same thing? Isn't that how SLI works? They gotta be the same?
Yes.
This little switch though, this looks like it runs with these red wires over to like a mummified connector. And then it goes to this Molex. And then it goes to 2 taped wires, which goes to another Molex, which goes to this mystery box right here. Oh, and this has got wires on the end of it. And those go, some of them go to the front. They go to the neons. And you can't just take it out. It doesn't go. There we go. And now that all the cables are out,
Because your work set up in
I
your
believe
room
we
is like
have
part of your
permission
game
to
setup.
pull the whole
So I'm gonna
board
use like
tray.
most of the same
Very
modules for work
nice.
as well.
Let's
Just
not
gonna be
drop
different
this.
keyboard.
Well, that's kind of cool.
I'm
Wait a
gonna
second.
switch
Okay,
between.
so
It's gonna
these
be
are the
it's gonna be
rails
weird.
that the motherboard tray slides into.
I have one month to
But
connect
look
to
at
like 3
this.
different systems.
There's
as
the
a
same
KVM and
rails
that, so
on
it's all
top.
fun.
Can you put this in
KVM
upside
just means you
down?
can switch between
What
computers
the
really easily.
heck? What the heck? You can
You can use
do
the same
that.
like mouse and
Fuck it.
keyboard as well.
Reverses the internal layout of your computer. This might be the most
Yeah, for the
mechanically
for the
interesting
new month
computer
that's coming,
I've
I'm
ever
gonna
seen.
set
Oh, I
up
think I
with
see what
2
that
KVM
AC plug is
sources,
for.
my Raspberry
But it's
Pi,
also for not
and
right
my
now.
Mac.
We're not done with the motherboard
And
yet.
my second.
This is one of them
No.
EVGA
There's already set up. There's
boards,
a most of the
huh?
setup.
I was gonna take the motherboard out, but this
So,
actually makes for like a pretty good test bench.
The
So
second desk
I
is
guess we'll just
gonna
power it
have,
on like this. I guess I'll be
gonna have all
merciful
my,
to
like,
the
hobby stuff
CPU
on it
today
and
and
my
plug
work
its
stuff on it.
cooling back in.
gonna
What are we
reset.
working with denotation wise today? Ballistics Tracer. Okay, we'll get
Scheisse,
the Overwatch
this
joke
rendered.
out of the way right now because these are actually super cool. This is one of the only boomer tech things I do know about. Alright, are you ready for this? Keep an eye on those dims. Aha, look at that! Look at it! Look at it dancing, dude! Those are so cool. I was gonna say this whole thing about like, yeah, I know it's
Right,
like
I'm
kind of
gonna
dopey
play
in the
one quick
era of
play.
RGB RAM and all that, but you know what? Nah, screw that, dude. Actually, unironically sick.
Yeah, bro.
Crucial,
I'll
I
send
am
you a pic
calling
of
out
this
to
one,
you
bro. It's
right
gonna be
now.
sick.
Bring
I'll
this
play one
back.
quick player.
But
Just,
I think the motherboard works.
get us closer to that. Ooh, man.
I'm
gonna probably
no
end
video
around
port
45.
though. Just one GPU for now. I don't think my little heart could handle the excitement of 2 this early. Nothing? 7F. 7F either means no video card is detected or waiting for user input. And considering our screen looks like this, I don't think it's very happy with our video card. Alright, I guess just one GPU is too much excitement for its little heart. GTX 745 going in. Okay, our motherboard's working like a champ. Intel Core 2 Quad CPU, 2.5 gigahertz. It's a Q9300. That sounds good for this era. We are like on the bleeding edge of my knowledge. This was like right before my time. But why didn't our GPU work? Hold on, one more time. Oh. All right. Ooh, smells like old in here. Enable disable the system to show full screen of NVIDIA logo during boot up time. That is the most NVIDIA feature I've ever heard of. Yo, wait. That's the EVGA logo. I mean, that's cool too. EVGA's a homie. Do they still make motherboards? I know they stopped making GPUs. Rest in peace, EVGA. They're not even like gone as a company. I don't know why I said rest in peace. They don't make the thing that I want to buy from them, so they're dead to me apparently. I don't think there's much left to do in here though. It's so weird to just see Nvidia plastered all over this motherboard though. When did they stop making chipsets? I think it was around this
same,
era.
Bro, same. No, I don't. Union thing was kind of depressing, but kind of cool at the same time.
Actually, hold on. I screwed up. I think we can reveal some answers. God, this thing is heavy. By looking into the front panel. So here's our thing with the AC plug. That's the FSP logo. They make power supplies. Booster X3. What does that mean? I don't think we're allowed to find out until we get this other side panel off. There was another neon behind that side panel. Why? Okay, unlock. Come to Papa. It appears it has some baggage. I am moving my phone right now. I'm not shattering the screen again. At least the further we go, the lighter this thing gets. I think I need to deal with this now.
Low. I feel like when you're older, you would trade every penny in our bank accounts for this.
Can I please have my FSP Booster X3?
That's crazy, bro.
Oh,
that is crazy.
What did I do? No, just go. There we go. There we go.
Bro.
Perfect. I guess it's a power supply? I mean, that's on brand for FSP. It's a 300 watt power supply, and it only does 12 volts with noise killer. I'm just guessing here, but this kind of looks like it was a retooled server power supply, and they fit it into a 5 1/4 bay enclosure. You can see it's got like server power supply fans right there. And I'm guessing the whole point of this thing is that if you had a computer that didn't have a beefy enough power supply to power your fancy new GPU, or set of GPUs in our case, you can just stick this thing in the front and then there you go. You got another 300 watts of 12 volts. That's kind of cool. I dig this. I dig this a lot. I wonder if these are still a thing. You know what's kind of weird though? I don't know if you guys can see that. Nope, you cannot see that at all. The power supply that's in this thing though is 850 watts already. Now I'm no Core 2 quad and whatever, what was this? 8800 GTS expert, but did this system really need that booster thing with 850 watts of power supply? Let's find out. One CPU, Q9300, 4 DIMMs, DDR2 I think it was, 256 meg sticks, NVIDIA, 2X, oh we gotta go way down for this one, SLI, storage, which I don't think there was any of, so we gotta look into our gamer crystal ball here. This guy, hardcore gamer, what's he gaming on? I'm gonna say 3 7.2K RPM SATA drives, and then 1 10K like Velociraptor drive. Optical drives, probably 1 even though they're bad. 1 gaming keyboard and 1 gaming mouse. Other devices. 5. Oh. Cold cathode.
It's like our time is in the present is already valuable.
I bet you those draw so much power. That might be what puts us over. Actually, turns out I was wrong. They're surprisingly efficient. And then we'll say like 2 USB 2 devices. Fans, you know, surprisingly, I think there was only 2. Monitor, I don't know, 3? 32 inch, he's balling out. Always on, 24/7 gaming. And what's about that gonna cost us, huh? Oh, 466 watts? That's not even remotely what I expected it to be. Holy crap, this computer was overbuilt. But since this is still a thermal take from the mid-2000s, it's not getting let off the hook that easy. 12.17, okay. 5.08, that's fine. And 3.38, that's good enough. Voltages look fine. And I wanted to make sure the power supply was working good because I wanted to use it to test something. I believe there is 1 neon that did not get cracked. I want to see if it still works. All right, let's see. Okay. Do I have to hit a button? Is this just broken? Oh wait, maybe I have to do this. Whoa! Let's turn the power supply off, then connect it, then back on. Nope. I really hope I didn't just kill it. That would kind of suck. I saw like a spark in here, and then I think I saw something on here. I don't know. I gotta look at the footage. Oh, the power supply turned off. I wonder if it's shorting. Yeah, I think it's shorting. Oh. Yeah, I think I can tell you why it's shorting. The genius that wired this, they connected ground to 5 volts. You know, I don't think that's the way to do it. Okay, so what if we... And then... Oh, it works! Can I touch this? I'm either going to become a superhero or fucking die. Nah, just kidding, this is cool. Although I can see why we moved past this. Even with the lights off, it's not that bright. They should make LEDs that emulate this.
Like
That
a
would be kinda
gaming
fun.
moment.
Just 2 really bright ones right in each end. Well, that's kind of cool. Look at that, there's 2 of them that work. Okay, hold on. This one right here is a guaranteed no-go. It has cracked in half. The other one, maybe. Hold on, I gotta undo this disaster. Can we make lightning strike twice? And ideally not through any critical organs? 3, 2, 1, flip. Oh, look at that. Yep, so this one's dead. But look at that one down there. He's still kicking. That's crazy. I thought they were all toast. This is where the Velociraptor drive would have gone. Looks like a nice place to have an edge. Nice. Fits perfect. And then the other fan that I spotted, is disgusting, but it's right here. It's been like 15 minutes, and okay, I will say now they're pretty bright. That's not too bad. Now that we've seen everything, I think it's time for a sick build montage.
Cooler Master Stacker with the bed splatter, looking like a mason jar. Stinky Gamer went too far. 4 out of 5 trusted reviews.com. Dells are jealous. Are you plugged into them? And force is the only force for me. I got a core 2 quad in my new hot rod. Before I die, I'm trying SLI. Green neons are lit. Let's do this shit. Might need a little bit of RGB, and trust me,
Yeah,
don't
it's a
worry,
skin.
it's set to green. We
I want
don't
the
need
skin.
the booster, bro. We'll be fine.
like
We got the
500,
thermal
right?
take. Is that coil line? And force is the only force for me. I got a core 2 quad in my new hot rod. Before I die, I'm trying SLI. Green neons are lit. Let's do this shit. And force is the only force for me. I got a core 2 quad in my new hot rod. Before I die, I'm trying SLI. Green neons are lit. Let's do this shit.
Here she is, complete. Oh, wait, hold on. Didn't turn on the neons. There we go, look at that. I managed to keep the bottom ones and then one on the interior. And then I was hoping that this LED light bar would kind of match that guy, but the LEDs completely blow it out. We've got the dual 8800 GTSs. They're connected with the SLI bridge. 2 2-terabyte hard drives for a total of 4 terabytes of gaming. Edge SSD because, I don't know, screw you. The cables have been technically managed. It's the best we're gonna get with this nearly 20-year-old case. Like you just heard in the musical number, we do not have the booster anymore. Based on our math, we shouldn't need it. Shouldn't being the key word. Let's get this guy on the road. Okay, slight problem. It's not booting. So look at this. We'll give it the old Control-Alt-Delete, and it posts, but then it never gets past that. And the really lame thing is that it does if I put in the GT745. So one of our graphics cards might be bad. Well, I've just got one of them in there right now, and it's not working. And the really epic part is that the other one is on this test bench, and that's not working. But if I move it from the primary PCIe slot down the motherboard a little bit to this one, we're fine? I guess I'll try the same on this and see what happens. Oh, it doesn't like that. Please move the graphics card to PCIe by 16 number 1 slot for non-SLI operation. Nice. The one on the test bench is clearly working. I'm gonna attribute this crap performance to the fact that it's not in the main PCIe slot, but it's doing stuff. It is functional. This is kind of spooky and it might be a bad idea, but I am going to try to flash the stock BIOS to the graphics card. The only thing I can think of is that the previous owner of this computer was too hardcore of a gamer and they put some weird BIOS on it, and it's causing issues. Not a clue if that's actually what's going on, but it's what we're doing. No NVIDIA display adapters found. Of course. Of course. Okay, hear me out.
I'm
We
gonna
take
die.
the scam 256 gigabyte flash drive from AliExpress. We plug it in. It registers as 268 gigabytes. We turn it into a free DOS boot disk. It's already broken.
We lose?
Okay,
Yeah, I
thank
think
you
we
for
lost,
nothing.
yeah.
We take the It's All About
Anyways,
TASM
yeah, I'm
drive,
gonna head out
make
here.
that into a free DOS boot disk, boot that sucker up. Aha, there we go, GeForce
Exclusive
8800
loaded.
GTS. Well,
Okay, bro.
actually,
Get back
maybe
to
I'll
it.
do the sensible thing first, and we'll just try a BIOS update on this motherboard.